studies the microprocessor is a multi-functionality, multi-programmable, means multifunctional, register-based clock-driven circuit. So what is why you are called as a so I are called as a multifunction means it is using it operates using of a number of operations, that is arithmetic and logical. Already you know that what type of arithmetic has arithmetic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, ASCII addition, and ASCII subtraction. So then logical also you have know that, and OR and NOT gate and XOR XNOR. So due to that, so it is using of a single also we are execute number of operations as we are called as multifunction. So after then, hello, వినపడుతుందా? హలో, రెస్పాండ్ anyone please. హలో, well, so after then it is called as memory organization means register based. So what is the register based means? Also already said that in 8086 doesn't have any internal memory. So totally it has 20 bit address lines, means it has totally memory is 1 MB. So that's why the 1 MB means very little amount of memory. You don't store anyone. A little amount of memory it is. That's why the total memory is divided into number of registers for the purpose of to indicating to the mission for each function. సో ప్రతి రిజిస్టర్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మిషన్కి ఇండికేషన్ ఇస్తుంది ఏం చేయాలి వర్క్ అనేది. సో ఆల్రెడీ said that what type of memories we have. There is general purpose registers and segment registers, flag registers, and after that pointer registers and index registers. So what is the purpose using of general purpose registers? Just for the purpose of just to store the data. What is the input? What is the user given the input? So in the input there is a data to store that. Where is in general purpose registers there are 4 types: AX, BX, CX, and DX. So already explained about that. So AX means accumulator. What is the purpose of accumulator we are using is just for to store temporarily. So when we are assigning the AX to the processor at the time of manufacturing, we are giving a code to that. So means we mentioned a particular time to that. Up to that till that time it can be stored, and after then it can be erased the data. So means what is the use of that is just to store temporary purpose. So coming to BX, so base register. So the use of base register is just to store the data. Already said that CX is a counter register. What is the purpose we are using counter is just so how many steps we are going to execute the process that stores in the counter registers to indicating to the mission how many steps it need to execute. For the purpose we are using count registers, and DX is the data register. So data register is for the purpose of just to store the additional data. Just one second, clarify that. Just what 10 minutes I will briefly explain about that. After then we are going to explain the clock pulses. So the general purpose registers. After then we have the implementing the second one is segment registers. So already explained about the segment registers. There are 4 types of segments: core segment, data segment, extra segment, and stack segment. So then what is the purpose we are dividing the segment register is just indicating to the mission in a where the users we know that. So in a program means it is a combination of number of instructions. So in the instruction it is a combination of 2 parts. It has 2 parts. So one is a opcode and one is a operand. Means opcode means a instruction and opcode means a code to that means a working function, and operand means a data. So we know that we are the users, we write the program, we know that. So in the instruction which one is the code and which one is the operand, but how to machine identifies in the instruction it is a code or it is a operand. That's why we are indicating to the mission we are splitting the register into segment registers. There are 4 types of registers: core segment, data segment, stack segment, and extra segment. So when based on the core segment register, the processor identifies that is a code for the program. So means when we are giving the input by the user first. So instruction means it's a combination of two parts. One is a opcode and one is operand. The opcode stores in the code segment, operand stores in the data segment. So based on the two segment register indicating to the mission, the code segment means it has available is just the code of the program. Data segment means it contains to store data of the program. Based on the mission identifies is the data and this is the code for the program. After that, two segment registers, extra and stack segment register. So extra segment is used for the purpose of to store any additional data. Means here 8086 is 16-bit data actually. So means at a time it is used at a time 16-bit data. If suppose we are giving 32-bit, then for the purpose we are using additional register. So any additional data to store there using of a register is called as a extra segment register. Then coming to next one is a stack segment register. Stack segment register is for the purpose of push and pop operation. So it's for the push. Already know that what is the use of stack. The push and pop means first in first out. So already said that what is the use of that is purpose of when an interrupt occurs to store the current program we are using the register is stack segment register. Interrupt already said that what is meant by interrupt is yeah, interrupt is simply as a disturbance. Actually here what type of interrupt here assigned means what type of interrupt here occurred already said that. So when running the program at the same time one more program came that is called as interrupt, not a noise here. So to store the previous program using of a register means push the previous program into a register that is called as stack segment register. Of completion of the interrupt execution, then once again it pop the program from the stack segment register. Means the register is like a push and pop operation. That's why we are called as stack segment register. And after then flag register we are using. Already said that about a flag register. What is the use of flag register is just indicates the status of the output. So what is the use of flag register is just it indicates the status of the result. So after we are getting the result, already explained about the flag. What is the use of flag register is just to indicate the status. So what type of status means? Just an example. For example, we are taking a two inputs and adding of the both, or two inputs and subtract of the both. Suppose we are adding the both. Suppose in the final bit there is a carry. Means how many bits are there? The result is 16 bit and we are getting additionally one more bit, that is carry. Total we have 17 bits. Hello. 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 Sorry, if adding up the two inputs, suppose we are getting a carry at the final, means it indicating 17 bits actually. Means how much the register contains how many data lines there is 16 bit only. Just means it stores only 16 bit at a time. But in the addition of that 2 bits, we getting the total output is 16 bit result and one more bit there is the carry or borrow to store that to indicating to that. When the 17 bits can be there means to indicate to the mission we are using a flag register for the purpose of indicating status of the result. If any modification the result they are indicated by the flag register. Already they said that there are 9 flags. In the 9 flags, 6 flags are used for the purpose of to give the status, and the other 3 are used for the purpose of controlling purpose. The status register the status registers just indicate the status of the result. The controlling means there are 3 types of registers are there: trap register, interrupt register, and direction register. The 3 are used for the purpose of indicating to the mission a particular function. Aim చేయాలనేది mission indication ఇస్తుంది. Trap register in the is some trap flag for the purpose of to execute instruction by instruction. So why are we going to execute the instruction by instruction means actually there is no internal memory in the EdgeRX microprocessor. So it has total memory is 1 MB. So 1 MB means we write the program, it doesn't store the total program at a time. So that's why we are storing instruction by instruction and execute the instruction by instruction. So that's why we are indicating to the mission to execute we are using the trap flag. So when already ల్యాబ్లో చెప్తానండి ల్యాబ్లో ఎలా చేయాలనేది ఆఫ్టర్ ఆఫ్లైన్ జరిగినప్పుడు చెప్తాను ల్యాబ్లో. సో ఒకటి మనకి ట్యాప్ టీ అని కొడతామండి. ట్యాప్ టీ మీన్స్ ట్రాప్. enter trap. So what is the use of the trap flag is just to indicate to the mission to execute the instruction. So after completion of the first instruction, so once again we are enter the tab T. Means when we enter the tab T means the processor identifies there is an instruction to execute. For each and every instruction we are giving an indication to the mission when we enter the tab T means trap signal, trap flag. When indicating the trap flag is for the purpose of to indicating to the mission a particular function means to execute that. So instruction when the instruction comes to execute to indicate the mission, we are using the trap flag. So after completion of the first one, once again it goes to execute the second, and it continuously the process run up till the total number of instructions going to execute. So after then one more flag is there. So it is a direction flag. Sorry, interrupt flag. So interrupt flag is for the purpose of to indicate to the mission when the interrupt occurs. So interrupt already said that running a program at the same time one more program came that is called as interrupt. The interrupt flag ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే ఆల్రెడీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఇంకొక ప్రోగ్రామ్ వచ్చింది అంటే మిషన్కి ఇండికేషన్ కోసం యూజ్ చేస్తాం. మిషన్ ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకుందని హౌ టు ఐడెంటిఫై ద మిషన్ బై యూజింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్లాగ్. So when the interrupt flag goes to set 1 means mission identifies there is an interrupt. So one more directional flag. Directional flag is for the purpose of to receive the data or transmit the data. So means read operation or write operation. So what is the read operation? Already said that. So what is read operation means when the user given the data to the processor to execute that to receive the data to receive the input from the user is called as read operation. The processor receive the data from various IO devices or memory unit. From the user it receives the data is called as read operation. After completion of the execution we are getting the result. After getting the result to for the purpose of to display to indicating to the user it transmit to the monitor. So after execution it transmit the data, it transmit the output to the monitor is called as write operation to indicate the direction receiving or transmitting. It indicating to the mission to receive the data or to transmit the data. So based on the directional flag it goes to set 1 means the processor identifies it goes to read the operation. After it goes to reset means it goes to the processor identifies after getting result it can be transmit to the monitor. There is a flag register. After then where one more registers, index registers and pointer registers. Pointer already said that what is the use of is just to indicating the address of the data or address of the code, address of the instruction. సో పాయింటర్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే లొకేషన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తామండి. ఆ రిజిస్టర్లో ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అయింది అనేది ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి పాయింటర్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ద పాయింటర్ రిజిస్టర్ యూజ్ ఫర్ ఇండికేటింగ్ ద లొకేషన్ వేర్ ఇట్ స్టోర్స్ ద కోడ్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఆర్ డేటా సెగ్మెంట్ మీన్స్ ఎనీ కోడ్ ఆర్ డేటా. So coming to stack pointer, base pointer already said that. Next coming to index register. Index register is used for to store the multiple data. There are two types of indexes: source index and destination index. So what is the already said that what is the use of index? Already you know in labs you are place one paper at the front side. There is index. In the index it contains the what internally there. The total can be displayed in the single page. సో ఇంటర్నల్గా మనం ఏదైతే ఆపరేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయో మీన్స్ మనం ఏదైతే చేస్తున్నామో మొత్తం అనేది ఒక సింగిల్ పేజ్లో డిస్ప్లే ఇస్తామండి. మీన్స్ ద ఇండెక్స్ కంటైన్స్ మల్టిపుల్ పేజెస్ దేర్, మల్టిపుల్ ఇన్పుట్స్. హియర్ వీఆర్ గివింగ్ ఫర్ ఎనీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వీఆర్ గివింగ్ ఏ మల్టిపుల్ డేటా ఫర్ ద పర్పస్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఇండెక్స్ రిజిస్టర్. The source index is used for to store the input and destination index for used for to store the multiple output. That is about the memory organization. After then we are developing the architecture. Already explained about the architecture. Next pin diagram. So already said that the pin diagram. So what is the use of pin diagram? Coming to explain about the pin diagram is it's a 40 pins. In the 40 pins there are totally 16 data lines and 20 address lines. So based on that we are designing the pin diagram. So in the pin diagram first the address and data both are combined to a single pin. What is the purpose of both are combined is just for to reduce the size of the pin to reduce the size of the IC where combine the both address and data pins. So nothing happened there. there is no change when we are adding the both the address and data pins to a single pin. No problem about that. So when the operation, when going to execution, then we are dividing the both the address and data. After then go to activate the address of first one. After then we are going to execute, activate the data. So ఇక్కడ అడ్రస్ అండ్ డేటా పిన్స్ కలిపి ఒకే పిన్కి ఇస్తామండి. బోత్ ఆర్ కంబైన్డ్ a single pin. So what is the reason we are giving a single pin is just to reduce the size of the IC size reduce చేసుకోవడానికి రెండు కలిపి ఒకే పిన్కి ఇస్తాం. So after going to execution, already said that they are using of a latch circuit. Due to the latch circuit, we are divided the both address and data pins. latch circuit యూజ్ చేసుకొని అడ్రస్ డేటా పిన్స్ని రెండింటిని డివైడ్ చేసుకొని అప్పుడు యాక్టివేట్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ వీఆర్ యాక్టివేట్ ద అడ్రస్ పిన్, ఆఫ్టర్ దెన్ వీఆర్ యాక్టివేటింగ్ ద data pins. Already given an example for that. Why we are activate the first address, after then we are activate the data pins. Already given example to that. So the totally second pin to 16th pin and 39th pin to 34th pin totally have the address and data pins. There are data are 16 pins and address are 20 pins. And first and 20 as a hello. మా అర్థమవుతుందా? ఏమైనా రెస్పాండ్? హలో.
Yes, sir.
Already once again we can clarify about that. So till pin diagram completed the structure totally. Just once again clarify. After then we'll go to explain about the clock pulses. Just briefly explain about the once again. That's why start the pin diagram. Okay. That is latch pin used for to separate the both address and data, and first and 20th pin used for the ground. So the IC is connected the two pins for the ground. Already explained that. So what is the purpose we are using ground is, so in houses also you are using ground. What is the purpose is just if any fluctuations in the voltage, ఏమైనా వోల్టేజ్లో ఫ్లక్చుయేషన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఎర్త్ అనేది ఇస్తామండి. దట్స్ వై ఆర్ గివింగ్ ఫర్ ఎనీ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ డివైస్ కంపల్సరీ నీడ్ it can be connected to ground compulsory. After then 40th pin is a VCC is power supply. So already you know any electronic device, already we are using electronic devices, mobiles or TV or laptop or computer, anyone compulsory it run based on when we are giving a power supply. So it means for IC we are using power supply 40th pin. And coming to other pin 17th 18th pin, the two are interrupt pins. There are two types of interrupts. Already said that maskable and non-maskable. So maskable means it comes with a mask, and non-maskable means it comes with a without a mask. So maskable interrupt means it's not need to execute compulsory when it getting. So non-maskable means compulsory it can be executed, then only you go to the previous program. నాన్-మాస్కబుల్ ఇంటరప్ట్ వచ్చిందంటే కంపల్సరీ దాన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాల్సిందే అండి. ఎందుకంటే మీ డిస్ప్లే మొత్తం మీద అదే కనిపిస్తుంది, ప్రీవియస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అనేది రన్ అవ్వదు. అది ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ జరిగితేనే యాక్సెప్ట్ కానీ డిక్లైన్ కానీ చేస్తేనే ప్రీవియస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి వెళ్తుంది. అదే నాన్ మాస్కబుల్ వస్తే నో ప్రాబ్లం, నాకు కావాలంటే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, లేదంటే స్టాప్ చేసుకొని మనకు అవసరమైనప్పుడు దాన్ని యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ క్లాక్ ఈజ్ ద మెయిన్. Clock is used for to activate the total circuit. The 19th pin has the clock pulses. In any digital circuit, there are two types of operation: read operation and write operation. After completion of that, I can explain about the two read operation and write operation using of a clock pulses. This is a main important clock pulse. The total circuit activated based on a single pulse, that is clock pulse. When we are activating the clock 1 means it goes to set 1, then the total circuit is activated. So when it goes to reset, after completion of the program execution goes to stop data, then we are using a clock pulse goes to reset, then it goes to off the total circuit. So and next reset for the purpose of refresh the site and ready and test is it for when we are giving a program by the user, the process is available or not, we are checking that. That is called, that is a using of test pin. So after completion of the test, it is ready or not, it indicating by the 22nd pin. It's ready when it goes to set 1, then means we are giving the data. Or otherwise go to reset means we don't give the data, the process is in running. So next ALE, already said that there are already coming to here 25th to 24th to 31 pin. There are two types of modes there. Already said that using of a single IC we are using in two mode operations. One is a minimum mode and one is maximum mode. So what is a minimum mode means? we are executing the results in the internally for the purpose of using to execute internal process, that is called as minimum mode. Maximum mode means after executing the result, then it is connected to the connected means interfacing to the other circuit. So means when we are getting the result in the processor, the output of the processor is connected to the input of the another processor or another controller. Means interfacing of the two circuit is called as for the purpose we are using maximum mode. So coming to 24th and 31 pins, there are two modes of operations. One is for the minimum mode and one is for the maximum mode. Left we have pins are there, that is for the purpose of minimum mode, and right side we have that is for the purpose of maximum mode. See that for the minimum mode, first one interrupt acknowledgement. So it means interrupt request internally process. So to indicating to the mission we are using interrupt acknowledgement. When interrupt occurs, interrupt వచ్చినప్పుడు mission కి indication కోసం ఇది యూజ్ చేస్తామండి. And coming to address latch enable, first when are viewing the data, before to that we activate the address. Already said an example to that. Data store చేయాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేయాలంటే రిజిస్టర్ అడ్రస్ని ఇలా యాక్టివేట్ చేయాలి ఫస్ట్. దట్స్ వై we are first activate the address enable. So you are using of a latch is used for to divide the both address and data రెండు కంబైన్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నాం, వాటిని డివైడ్ చేయడానికి latchని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. So the next after activate the address pin, we are going to activate the data pins. So this data enable pin. After then read operation and write operation or transmit and receive, both are same. Receive and transmit or read operation and write operation both are same. So the user given the data to the processor means the processor receives the data from the user, that is called as read operation, and the same way as receive. Or after completion of execution of that, getting the result, it transmit to the monitor, or after completion of that it transmit to the monitor, that is a transmit operation or write operation. The process is called as write operation. So what happens there is transmitter. The both are same, data transmit and receive, which indicating the read operation or write operation. And there are two pins which hold and hold acknowledgement. So when it is used for when the processor already running, then it using of the two pins to hold the current program. ఆల్రెడీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ప్రాసెసర్ అనేది రన్నింగ్లో ఉంటే ఏమైనా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు దాన్ని హోల్డ్ చేసుకోవాలండి. దీనికి ఆ పిన్ అనేది ఇండికేషన్ చేయకపోతే ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏం కానీ రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటాము. సో అలా రిసీవ్ చేసుకోకుండా ఆపాలి అంటే ఈ పిన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని దట్ స్టాప్స్ ద కరెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వెన్ ఇట్ గోయింగ్ టు రన్, వెన్ ఇట్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆపరేట్. ఆల్రెడీ ఆపరేషన్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మన ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇస్తే అది రిసీవ్ చేసుకోకూడదు. రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది కూడా యాడ్ అయ్యి అవుట్పుట్ వస్తుంది. అవుట్పుట్ ఎప్పుడు ఏమొస్తుందంటే నాట్ ఏ గెటింగ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ రిజల్ట్, ద రాంగ్ రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది. దట్స్ వై యూజింగ్ ఆఫ్ టూ పిన్స్, hold and hold acknowledgement. It can be sending a message to the processor, then processor gives an indication to that it is available or not. Then based on that it can be hold the given program. As coming to right side, these pins are used for the maximum mode. So maximum mode లో ఆపరేట్ అవ్వడానికి ఈ పిన్స్ని యూజ్ చేస్తామండి. S0, S1, S3, sorry, S0, S1, S2, the three pins used for statusని ఇండికేట్ చేస్తుంది. వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ స్టేటస్ ఇండికేట్స్ మీన్స్ రీడ్ ఆపరేషన్ ఆర్ రైట్ ఆపరేషన్, ఆర్ ఇట్ రిసీవ్స్ ఆర్ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద IO ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మెమరీ, ఆర్ ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీషన్ టు ద మెమరీ ఆర్ టు ద IO. సో అంటే ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అనేది ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఇస్తున్నాడు, కీబోర్డ్ నుంచి IO పోర్ట్స్ నుంచి ఇస్తున్నాడా లేదా మెమరీ నుంచి ఇస్తున్నాడా, దాన్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసుకోవడానికి. అండ్ సేమ్ వే ఆఫ్టర్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ మెమరీకి పంపించాలా IOకి పంపించాలా అనేది ఈ త్రీ పిన్స్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. నెక్స్ట్ QS0 అండ్ QS1, the two are called as quasi states or Q states. సో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ బై ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఏది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలనేది ఇండికేట్ చేస్తుంది. సో మీన్స్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వచ్చిందా లేదా, ఆఫ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి, ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ బైట్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి, తర్వాత సెకండ్ హాఫ్ బైట్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి, ఇండికేటింగ్ బై ద QS1 అండ్ QS0. So and coming to 30th and 31 pin, the request and grant. There are two pins are there for the same purpose, request and grant. So what is the using of that is when interfacing with the other circuit, the other circuit is available or not. For the purpose of it can be send a request to the second circuit, interfacing circuit. If it is available, it can be resend a grant permission. సో అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే సెకండ్ ప్రాసెసర్ కానీ అదర్ ప్రాసెసర్తో కానీ కంట్రోలర్తో కానీ ఇంటర్ఫేసింగ్ జరగాలి అంటే అది అవైలబుల్లో ఉందా లేదా చెక్ చేసుకోవాలండి. అది చెక్ చేసుకోవడం కోసం ఒక మెసేజ్ పంపిస్తుంది, తెలుసుకోవాలి రిక్వెస్ట్ అంటాం. సో అది అవైలబుల్లో ఉందంటే మళ్ళీ అది రిప్లై ఇస్తుంది గ్రాంట్. సో ఐఎమ్ రెడీ టు ఇంటర్ఫేసింగ్ విత్ యూ. The two pins are used means two circuits are used, two circuits are interfaced at a time. The two pins are used means the two pins can be, each pin can be connected and each circuit. So means two pins means two circuits are connected at a time. That's the purpose. And 34th pin, bus high enable pin and status pin. So what is the using for the purpose is just indicating to the mission receive the information is code or data. It indicating the segment registers అండి. ఈ రెండు పిన్స్ ఏమి చేస్తాయంటే బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఆపరేషన్ 00011011 ఇట్ ఇండికేటింగ్ సిగ్మెంట్ రిజిస్టర్ని ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాయి. అంటే మనం ఇచ్చిన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్లో కోడ్ అనేది స్టోర్ అయిందా లేదా, డేటా అనేది స్టోర్ అయిందా లేదా. ఆర్ ఆఫ్టర్ దెన్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ స్టాక్ సెగ్మెంట్ రిజిస్టర్ వెన్ ఇంటరప్ట్ అకర్స్ టు ద మిషన్ ఇండికేషన్. ఒక స్టాక్ సెగ్మెంట్ రిజిస్టర్ ఇచ్చేసినామంటే మిషన్కి ఇండికేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఆ ఇండికేషన్ కోసం స్టేటస్ పిన్ బస్ ఎనేబుల్ పిన్ని ఇచ్చేస్తాం. అండ్ అదర్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ యూస్ టు దట్. That is about the pin diagram.